Hi guys, and welcome to another video. And Terry is back. He's doing some training, and you guys know that I went and done some training with another trainer, but once Terry was back, it made much more sense for me to go back and do training with Terry. And what we've got in this video is patrol training, but it's not just myself. So first up, it's me and a new handler. I think it's their second session on their NASDU. And then the second one is just him, and on the second one I follow him, give him a couple of pointers as we're going, etc. But I think it's a really important video for people to see. Now what I do want to caveat with this is, look, this is this person's second session. The dog is green, so obviously the dog is learning the job at the same time, but there are some mistakes that he makes in it, and we point them out and we have a chat about them, different things like that. But what I want to do is make sure that people don't pick too much up at this, because I was very much the same when I first started. I'm sure that most other handlers in their first sessions, etc., they don't look as professional as what you would expect to see on YouTube. And look, this is all a learning process. He's learning the job, the dog's learning the job, and things like that. But there's definitely some improvements. So what I'll do is I'll put up our patrol first. So this is just your normal patrol. It's at a new training facility, but this is going to be me and the new handler going up. So basically what happens is that we go up, do it together, and then later on he goes up on his own. But I'll play this one first. Right, do you know your challenges? Huh? Do you know your challenges?
I'm learning them.
Learning them, yeah?
Security dog and handler.
Yep.
I know you were there.
Yep.
Security dog and handler.
Mm-hmm.
Are you injured, or do you need assistance?
Mm-hmm.
If so, I can get that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Security dog and handler. I'm coming in with the dog. If he comes
No. If the dog finds you, stand still and you won't be harmed. Scoot on handler, last chance. Or I'm coming with the dog, and then come in with the dog. Yeah. Right. So you project them out. You start shouting them.
Security dog and handler.
Shoot on handler! If you're injured and need assistance, let me know, and I'll give you some. Next one, Jim. If a dog finds you, stand still. Dog finds you, stand still. Shoot on handler! Last chance, or I'll send the dog. Send in the dogs. Go on in, let's find him. Come on in, let's go. Where is he, Coop? Where is he? Find him. Find him. Where is he? Find him, Coop. Go on, find him. Scoot on, handler! Dog knows you're there. Show yourself. Where is he, Coop? Find him. Feel good? Shoot on handler! Dog finds you, stand still. Won't be harmed. You go for a shoot on handler. There you are. There you are. Watch him, Coop. Let me see your hands. Good lads. Over here, Coop. Go on, you do it.
Security dog and handler. Stand still. Security dog and handler.
Good lad. Yeah, Coop, do you want this? Coop, do you want some treats? Sit. Coop, sit. Yeah. Yeah, you can do it again. Yeah, do you see the difference between when you were shouting and when I shouted? How even your dog went, oh fuck me, something's going on here. Yeah? Right. You have to really project it.
Yeah. Right. Alright? Okay. Take them back then.
Yep. Good boy, Coop. Well done. So as you can see in that, I pretty much took the lead in that, and that was me going in front of the new handler, doing the patrol, and hopefully he may be able to pick up some points or maybe some of the stuff that I do. Now, one of the first things that you probably notice from that is that obviously I asked if he knew the challenges. Now, he is learning the challenges, and very much the same as me. When you're sort of learning the challenges, you're not very confident. When I asked him if he knew the challenges, you could hear he wasn't confident that he kind of knew them. He forgot one, which obviously I told him what that one was. But I think, bear in mind, I'd only known this person for sort of 10-15 minutes. It's very hard to be confident and talk to someone, and especially when you're going to be doing something that you think he probably thinks that I'm going to be judging him on. There is absolutely no judgment in my book when I'm doing that, because I understand how hard it is to do that in front of someone that knows what they're doing. And as you can see, I said, look, do you know your challenges? We went through that, and then I said, right, your turn to shout out the challenge. Now, the same as me and the same as a lot of new handlers that I hear, when they shout the challenges, not very loud. So I let him do the first one, and then I took over on the second one. And as you can see from the second one, I was a lot louder. The dog started reacting. Now Cooper will react, because Cooper knows what we're doing. Cooper will react. Now I'm going to play you a couple of videos, a couple of snippets here, and I just want you to see the difference between his dog and my dog when we're doing the challenges. Now, I haven't got it greatly framed. It's going to be in the bottom left. Now, I just want you to look at his dog when he's doing the challenge, and then I want you to see his dog after I've done my challenge. Project them out. You start shouting them.
Get your dog and hands up.
Shoot handler! Shoot handler! If you're injured and need assistance, let me know, and I'll get you some. Next one, Jim. If a dog finds you, stand still. Dog finds you, stand still.
Now, what you might be able to see with that is when he was doing his challenge, his dog was by his side. And look, when I normally do my challenges, I will do my challenges on the move. But because you want the new handler to be concentrating on his challenges, not concentrating on what the dog's doing, normally when you do a training situation, or if you've got a new handler, you'll stand still and do the challenges. Now, what you'll see from his dog when he's doing the challenges is his dog's by his side, and the dog's just sort of standing there, just sort of looking around, seeing what's going on. Cooper is obviously reacting a little bit because he knows what's coming. Then if you look in the second one, when I shout my challenge, Cooper obviously starts rearing up, Cooper starts barking, etc. And then when I move back and tell him, look, your turn to go and shout the next challenge, can you see how his dog started barking? And this is something that people have always said to me. I've always said, look, monkey see, monkey do. And people have always said to me, that's not how it happens. It doesn't happen like that. Now, whether his dog was barking at my dog because my dog was barking, doesn't really matter to me, because what his dog was doing, his dog was mimicking what my dog was doing. So Cooper, although Cooper's out in front of me, Cooper started barking. He's reacting to obviously me shouting the challenge. But then when we go back to him, his dog's by his side, and his dog is starting to bark and starting to react. So monkey see, monkey do. Look, I do believe in that, and I think that if you do get a new handler with a new dog, sometimes having a new dog with an experienced dog, it can actually bring out some of the stuff that you want. And like in this, you can see obviously it brings out the dog started barking. And I think a lot of that's to do with the decibel that obviously I was shouting my challenges at. But the more I shout my challenges, the more reactive and more upbeat that Cooper gets. And obviously that probably rubbed off on the other dog. Then we went down, done the patrol, and as you see, I find Terry, and Terry's up on the bank, etc. And I stop there. Cooper does his bark. Terry throws the stick to Coop. Coop gets the stick. That's our driver. And then I say to the new handler, I say, look, your turn. See if your dog will do it. And his dog was more interested in my dog than really doing more than doing the job. So I tried to take Coop away. It didn't really work. So we said, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll reset, and then I'll go back down, put Cooper away, and then we'll come down with just a new handler and a new dog. And this is what happened in that one.
Stop there.
Security dog and handler, we know you're there. Come out and show yourself. Security dog and handler, if you need assistance, let me know now. You can get your assistance. Security dog and handler. If my dog finds you, stand still. Security dog and handler, we are coming in.
Don't run, Paul, don't run.
Come on, go find him. Come get him. Oh, yeah!
Yes.
Good boy. Good boy, come in. Run. Good boy. That's sick.
I thought my weight was sticking. It's deep.
Since I fell over.
Right, so to be fair, in most situations you wouldn't even go up there. You just stand here.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even bother going up there.
Back.
You'd stay down here and you'd make them come down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you make everything easy for yourself.
Nicely.
That's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and
When
just
you think the very first time
Oh
I
yeah,
did
he just
it,
walked through.
he was just interested in the fence.
I sort of run along here a bit with him. Maybe I shouldn't have.
yeah,
Try and get him riled up a bit.
yeah. I just don't run because A, you might trip, could hurt
Yeah.
yourself, and B, if the dog fucking all of a sudden swipes across you, you could fucking go head up.
Around yourself.
So just let the dog pull you, but just hold it.
Controlled, but talking.
Yeah.
You don't need to shout, just talk to him. The only time I want to hear you shout is when you do your...
Yeah, challenges were good.
All right.
Challenges were good.
The only thing I'm interested in 3 of those commands is the security dog, and they want you to get that dog word
Right.
first. Security dog and handler, and then whatever. I don't give a shit, everybody changes. The last
Now, the good thing to pick up on this, good challenges. I liked the challenges. Now, as Terry says near the end, look, the most important part is that you get security dog and handler in there. Get the dog part in it. So whoever's out there understands that there's a security dog. Now, if you change the words a little bit on the end of it, it's not that important. As long as you get the most important bits out, you can hear him say, if you need assistance, let me know and I can get you assistance. Look, if you're injured or need assistance, let me know and I can get you some. If you say, if you need assistance, let me know and I can get you assistance. Doesn't really make that much difference, to be honest, as long as you've asked them if they need assistance. So yeah, really good challenges, but because my dog wasn't there, he was bellowing out his challenges. Because my dog wasn't there, his dog wasn't reacting, wasn't barking. That will come. We can work on that. But good challenges, and then we go into the patrol. And something that maybe some handlers do, that they do, I can understand why he did it. So in his first session with the dog was just sort of sniffing around the fence line, wasn't paying any attention to Terry. They walked past Terry where the dog was just sniffing on the fence line. So he tried to G the dog up and he'd done a little bit of a jog in order to get the dog excited and going. And you heard me say, don't run, take your time, don't run. And then the dog's good. The dog is out in front, and when they get to where Terry is, the dog sort of goes up the bank and the handler follows the dog up the bank. Dog comes back down. Because the dog doesn't understand the game fully yet, the dog comes back down the bank. And the problem, when the dog goes back down the bank, so does the handler. Then he gets the dog, goes back up. Now, the most important part of this is that when the dog goes back up the bank is that we get the bark, because when we get the bark, we can treat the dog and say, good job, well done, that's what we want you to do. And then hopefully on the next one, you won't have to get the dog, you won't have to ask the dog to bark as much. And then obviously the dog gets the stick and he goes back down the bank, pulls the handler back down the bank. Now, the important things of this, look, when he's shouting these challenges, the dog barking will come. It's proved that it will do that, because it done it when my dog started kicking off. The reason for not running. So there's different reasons for not running. The first one is, if you're running, especially on a ground like that, very easy to turn your ankle. If you're running and you plant your foot and you plant your foot in a bit of a hole, very easy to do your ankle. If you're jogging down and Terry ends up being on your right hand side and the dog swipes across you, very easy to trip over the dog and go over the top of the dog. Injure yourself, injure the dog, who knows. Third one is, the third reason is why you wouldn't do that is if someone is videoing this, a member of the public is videoing this and you're out trying to find a trespasser, if there's a video of you running after someone, that can come across the wrong way and it could be made out that you was chasing someone with your dog. And let's say at the end of this something happens and your dog ends up biting him. If there's a video of you chasing him and then there's a video of your dog biting someone, people can edit that, put it on social media, and that can make it out to, they won't put the full story out there. I think we've seen loads of videos recently of the whole story not being put out by victims. And then obviously when the full video comes out, it makes much more sense. So if you're chasing someone and then there's a video of your dog biting someone, looks very bad. If you're slowing your patrol down, I think I've got a video called Patrol Control, I think it is, all about just controlling the pace of the patrol, letting the dog pull, letting the dog get you there, but you controlling the pace. And that's the reason that I did it. So don't run because of them three things. You could turn your ankle, trip over the dog, and it looks bad if someone's videoing it. When it gets to finding Terry, now you would have seen in my video when Cooper comes, you see Cooper come and he swipes to the right, and then I get myself back behind the dog and I'll plant ourselves on the level ground at the bottom. Shout my challenges, let me see your hands, etc. Terry towards Cooper. Now, I understand again why he done this, because he wants the dog to find Terry. So he goes up the bank. Now, bad habits are things like going into places that you don't want to. So it's important that when you're training and that you don't pick up bad habits, because picking up a bad habit in training ends up being a bad habit in real life. So I can understand why he done it, because he wants to get the dog close to Terry so that he can teach the dog, look, this is what we're trying to find, etc. But as proven, when the dog goes out and just walks away, all of a sudden that the handler is now backtracking down the hill pretty quickly. And because it's not an even ground, luckily the fence was there. But they're just little things that people do, new handlers do wrong, where someone that's more experienced will make sure they're on the ground level. Now, I would expect the next time he does that he understands, right, I need to keep us at a good level. I need to keep us on the most solid ground and the most level ground that I can, get them to come down to us. But the good thing is that his dog from the last session was more interested in the fence line, walking down the fence line, than he was with Terry. This time we got him up to where Terry was, and we got a bark. So obviously some of that is to do with Terry, and when we do sort of bark on command training, you can't really see it because obviously Terry's up in the bush, up in the shadows of the trees, etc. But like bark on command training is that you frustrate the dog to the point where it barks and then you reward it. And as you can see with that, is that when the dog barks, we all said yay, and then he gets the stick and then the dog's back down the hill. So that stuff will come. Bark on command will come. But like I say, look, I think that he's done very well because he's very new to this job. His dog is very new to this job. And from where he was in his last session, I didn't see it, but from where he was in his last session of the dog not interested in finding someone, to now knowing that the dog can bark when he does his challenges, because proven with next to my dog doing it, and we got a bark at the end. So look, this is very early days, and I don't want people to be too critical of the new handler, because look, I was the same when I was doing this. When you're very new to this, everyone thinks that patrolling is a very natural thing. You'll just be able to walk on and know how to patrol. It's not the case, because it's not something that you ever would have done before. Like, no one with their pet dog has ever gone out to go and find someone to go and do a standoff, to think about what should I do, what shouldn't I do, where should I stand, what's safe for me. No one ever really thinks about that when they're just out walking their dog. So I don't want people to be too critical of the new handler. He will learn from this stuff. I learn a lot from doing very similar things. And look, there's still times when I've been training and Terry said, why are you doing this? This is unsafe for you. So you learn all the time, and look, he is going to learn as he does this job. I think it's important for people to see, and like I say, it's very common mistakes that he made, not shouting challenges loud enough and going into places that he doesn't need to go into. But hopefully he learned from this. In the next session it'll be much better. So hopefully this video comes across really well. I hope you guys are very understanding that he is a new handler, and then next time when we go training, hopefully we'll be able to work a little bit more, and hopefully we may, if he lets me, he will let us join his journey and see how his dog progresses. But he's worked really well, he's worked really hard on his dog since the last session. His dog's got some good obedience, it's got some good recall, it's got some good emergency stop sort of stuff. So it's all a progression. His dog's green, he's very green to this job. But yeah, I just want to say well done to him. Big improvement on his last session, and look, he's only his second session into his NASDO. Lots more hours of training to come, lots more stuff for him to do, and I think that the hours that he's putting in outside of training, very similar to me. Everyone thinks, oh, you just done your 60 hours and your dog just become a security dog. No, I was putting in 1-2 hours a day, very similar to what he's been doing, because his dog's apparently very different to what it was last time. So if he carries on doing that, I believe that he will get a decent dog out of it. And the way he listened in terms of the challenge, you can hear the difference between his first challenge that he shouted and then when he realized what I was doing, how louder and how more confident his second challenge was. So I believe that he will become a decent handler because he does listen and he does pick up on stuff, and I think he'll be working in the right direction. So guys, if you've got anything, put them down in the comment section below. Look, listen, I just want to reiterate again, new handler, learning a new job, a green dog, learning a new job. So just be understanding of that. Got any comments, put them down in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below for loads more videos. And as for now, see you again next week. Cheers for watching. See you later. Bye.